Welcome back in the Not Just Sawdust workshop. This is not a regular project video, although this was a little project making this old handbag. It's damaged and it needs some maintenance, but the little decoration was off, so I cut a few little pieces of olive wood, glued them in. Now you would think that's a really small and easy project, but it wasn't, because I almost broke my finger and I can't get it straight. It's really thick and it hurts. So that happened while I was trying to cut off a little piece of olive on the chop saw. It flew out, and like 2 years ago or something, exactly the same thing happened, only now luckily there was no blood, but it's really bruised and it's really thick and it's painful. So I'll just try not to not to use it and use my other fingers, but well. So I guess this is good enough. Looks rather nice on there. So a lot of things changed in this Corona times. We did spring cleaning and cleaned the shop and arranged a few things around the shop differently. So let's call this video a shop tour and see what I changed and what is in the shop now. So first of all, I took out all the wood of the workshop and looked at every single piece, thinking, will I ever use this little piece of wood? So about half of it was cut up and will be in the wood burner this winter, and the other half was put back, and I made a few extra brackets so I have a bit more storage space. Now the biggest change is this corner. There used to be this Rockler clamp rack that I won during the Whirligig Wars years ago, the first Whirligig Wars that was there. But I couldn't get underneath here and it was just in the way. So I took the little cabinet from underneath here and put it here, put it on wheels so I can take it away. So now my chainsaw is in here and all that kind of stuff that I use outside, and some tools, and I can see through the window again. Well, I've got all the jigs that I made up here, so they're hanging there, and a few long clamps that wouldn't fit in the clamp rack. I've got my steam box here, and underneath there's an old box on wheels, and it's filled with hinges and all that kind of stuff. So the clamp rack moved to this spot. I used to have an old washing machine body here because I thought I would make a drum sander out of it, but now that the drum sander is made on that copy lathe machine, well, that I made, which works well, so I don't have to make a separate drum sander. So I could put the clamp rack here, clamps are in, I've got my welding machine underneath here, some boxes with stuff, some hammers, and my set of corner clamps that I had still from my frame shop. Upstairs is still a big mess with a lot of stuff to recycle, but hey, if you got something, you can use it. So that's why the Whirligig from this year, from Whirligig Wars 2020, was made all out of recycled materials like little tin cans and some fabric, and well, there's a link to the video on that side and in the description. You can see it over there. I hope there will be a lot more contesters this year, because it's always a nice thing, but I didn't get to it to make another one since I won this Rockler clamp rack in the first Whirligig Wars, when it was still organized by Lenny Shaughnessy, I think, yeah. And it works, but you need to have a space for it. Otherwise, if you got a small workshop, it just takes up too much room, and then maybe it would be better to take it apart and just hang those two parts, the sides, on the wall. You would have a clamp rack on the wall. That would maybe even work. So for the rest, a few things changed in the fact that I got rid of some boxes and stuff that I thought I could use. On the other hand, there's more stuff in the attic than there ever was, and I've got to sort that out too. So, but we'll leave that for this summer. Who knows what we're gonna make. So, projects coming up. I still have to make 2 beds, but because of this Corona time and Portugal isn't open, people can't just fly over here. Maybe next month or the month after that is going to be a bit better. So, and then maybe I'll have to make these beds for the people who will come over to their new home here in Portugal. But we'll have contact, and I can always start when they say, well, we know the date that we will be coming. I will make those beds. I've got a little kitchen cabinet to make, but I've got to sort out materials for that. The shops are open again, so this week or maybe next week I can go to the DIY store and get me some new stuff, because it has to be a little cabinet that I cannot make out of recycled materials, although the top will be of recycled materials, just like a kind of chopping board. So that's what I'm going to do. And after doing all kinds of little jobs in these weeks here in the workshop and in our own home, did some picture frames and some other little things that were needed. And it is just time to make another recycled box guitar again and some other creative things. But the whirly gig was kind of a process into getting creative again, and I think it worked out great. So I would say do some woodworking. It's a nice way to spend your time. Do some recycling. It's an even better way to spend your time. I hope this summer everything gets better than it was the last 2 months. I wish everybody a good health. Be careful. It's not over yet. And see you all in the next video. Out to go.